Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Rousseau. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. Powers through the defender. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quickly complete. Smashes through the tackle. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Clemson Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. And going backwards, giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something to get. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, we're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Give to the back. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Didn't even consider running the punter out there, going for it. 4th and long from the 48. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Hauls it in. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing it. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy...
He's got it inside the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Booth. Still on his feet at the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains in the... Pass is effective. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Wants to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got...
Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. On the ground, it's Peterman. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone.
Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Takes the grab. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds in this. Just patiently, methodically trying to do work. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Peterman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires left. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Peterman.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing in this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming in.
Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea. How to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it. Because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gator!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire. in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Lofts one high and deep. Got it in stride at the 15. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Clemson set up with another first down. Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Clemson. And here they come almost all the way back. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. That's reeled in, it's Duarte. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage.
There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
To the ground, he's got it again. Blows loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark. The give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field. But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with the lone back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A first down run on the doorstep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
Touchdown, Florida! Fit it in the window for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Going right to work up top. It's complete to the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Clemson jumps to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man quickly. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. They get to the line quickly.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision making.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
With the first down, they'll put it and play it from the 33.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Play action. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He wants to throw it again. Right on the money. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And the comeback is on.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score. Special teams goes out. They execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
Got a man. It's Peterman. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. To the air on second down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They'll run for it on third and short. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Yeah, we don't have many plays left. You know, the clock winding down. We got to make something happen. These kind of plays are just crippling. They will absolutely ruin what chance you have to push the ball down the field later on and save timeouts. And so we got to get that engine going.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he's got it. He's got him for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the back. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the line of scrimmage is the 30. That'll leave them a 47-yard attempt and a chance to win the game. From 47 yards out, a moment he will never forget, driving through the game winner. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly